Slate to Producer Tuesday video brochures. Clamp. Scalpel.
Cut! You're gonna love this one.
What are we doing?
All right, so what do we got here? What's going on?
All right, so today's episode, we are talking about video brochures, which look like this.
Check this out.
Your video would play. We're getting a lot of calls on these, and they come in all different sizes and ways to produce them and send them out, but
They're everywhere. They're everywhere.
Yeah, we're getting like so many clients saying, what do? We want these. We want a video brochure. This is like a current client of ours, upskill, and it's a bigger brochure. They could put copy in here. The video plays in there. This one is on videos, it's a safety video. And
We should save this one for later.
yeah, okay, we probably need that one. And even this one. How about these little tiny baby
Yes, I like
business
those.
card
Yeah.
size
Yeah.
ones that could have gift cards in
Yeah.
them?
So we're not the only people that think that video is important. And the idea that everybody's searching for right now is, what do I do with my video once I've produced it? And you want to make sure that people see your video. And there's a number of ways to do that. But imagine the penetration that you can get into a different market where you're actually delivering the video in a self-playing device on its own.
And like step back for a minute. These are super targeted. We're not, what it takes is the video. You need a video to be an asset to put in one of these electronic brochures, and then you need the brochure designed and you need it produced by a print house or a vendor that we have plenty of. And they're at a pretty high-ish price point per piece. Like I'm going to say between $30 and $50 per piece to just print and produce these, plus the cost of the video inside. But
Well worth it. Well worth it.
it's a targeted audience.
Yeah. So these things are very, very targeted, and it's a great way for you to use your video in a different way because your audience, you want them to see that video, and this way you can hand deliver or mail them something that they're sure to stop and look at. And much like what happened in our office, the first day one of these arrived on set, I was picking it up and running it to go show it to everybody.
Look how cool this is.
I forgot what was on it, but I wanted everybody to see it right away.
It was with AC Beverage.
It was with AC Beverage,
Right.
and we wanted everyone to see it. So why are we dressed like this on set today?
Because we're geeks, and it's been killing us. We're collecting all these examples, little ones, big ones,
We want to see what's
screen
inside.
sizes. Oh, how about this one? This one
was beautiful.
is beautiful,
Yeah,
and
that's
it's
really
about
nice.
like riverboat cruises, and
Yep.
it has like 8 different videos in it. So, to reiterate, very targeted. We did one for a company that was targeting like very high-end specialty architects about a service that they provide to architects. So this comes, FedEx across the architect's desk and gets attention. It's a different way to get attention
Yeah.
rather than in an email.
Yeah.
or
So
something.
often you have to figure out where's the gatekeeper, or how do you really stop and interrupt someone's day. And this is a great way to interrupt someone's day in a good, positive fashion.
But since we've been
and
collecting
look at it.
these, we're
Yeah.
dying to know what's inside.
What's inside? What's inside these things?
So we're going to do a little
So
surgery
which
today.
one is it? Which one
Do you
are we
want to be
looking
the
at?
surgeon?
Let's both get at it.
Okay. Which one do we want
Say
to?
this one.
All right.
Let's give it a shot. Okay. Just in case there's bleeding.
Sterile field.
I have this. Do we have first aid anywhere, just in case?
So where would you even cut it open?
I want to see, how does it hooked up to its battery charger?
Okay, so it's a little tiny.
So there's a USB thing in here that we see. Do we just cut it along here and see what's in there?
We could try.
You have steadier hands than I do.
I can't see with my props, so that's coming
Okay.
out.
So there's no, there's the speaker. So we learned from the design of these things that the speakers all have different quality. And so that's probably one element that you want to look at when you're doing these video brochures is what type of quality is the monitor and what type of quality is the speaker. And we can see that when you design the paper cover around this, or the book cover as it may be, you want to kind of design it maybe with some holes or a circle right where the speaker is so that it sounds the best. We noticed that there was a really good
Where do you see the speaker?
range. It's right here.
That's
This
the
is it right there.
speaker?
Yep.
Whoa.
What's that say, caution? Just kidding. Still works. Hey, so what I have to say about that initially is that these are pretty well built. It still works.
You can see why they're $30 to $50 a piece, because there's a lot of things going on
So
in
this
there.
must be the battery right there. Those are the two buttons. The press play, which you're familiar with. TMG. Just press play.
So
All right, what do we have here?
they're pretty
Still, that's
cool,
really
and
neat.
if you think you have a very targeted audience, that this would be just a really interesting, dynamic way to get their attention about something that you provide. All you need to do is, we can work with you on designing the packaging for it, and you need the video for inside. You may have a video that could go inside, but
Yep.
maybe it just needs a different ending or a different call to action because you're
Yep.
delivering it this way.
Yep.
But it's very interesting. It's getting a lot of attention. We're getting a lot of calls about it.
Yep.
And I'm glad we finally were able to do this because I've been dying to
To
know.
see what's inside there, as well as to see how you might be able to use these for your own business. And they're really, really cool. It's very, very interesting to see how technology continues to get smaller. I mean, I know that I'm not the first person to recognize that, but
Right.
there's a TV in here.
Exactly.
At first I was excited about all the different sounds that the holiday gift cards could make at Hallmark, but now I can see that you can actually add a TV screen into it, and that makes it really, really cool.
It's just we go back to all the time about, by 2020, what is it, 88%?
By 2020, 87% of all media consumed will be video online.
Right.
And we thought to ourselves, that's a great stat. We've been using it for a long time, but that's next year. And
But-
that explains why so many people are starting to really get after video.
So what I kind of wonder about too is, that's video online, which, obviously you need to have it, but sometimes you need to be a little bit different, a little bit outside the box to get attention. If
Yep.
87% of companies are online with video,
Yep.
maybe you just need a little push for a specific targeted audience.
Yep. So that's just one of the few places that you can, put video is on something like this, and you're just going to get a different audience. You're going to get a real targeted audience, one that you're sending it to, and you have a better chance of engagement.
And the cost per unit, yeah, it's way more expensive than putting something up on YouTube. But if you have like a targeted list of 50 people, and you just really want their attention, and it costs you, the cost of, say it's $30 a unit to print, and then whatever the cost is amortized over the cost of producing your video, and they can bring in $1 million worth of business, I would say that's,
A good thing, yeah.
$100 well spent.
Yeah, and I don't think we're necessarily talking too much about the cost, or we just want you to know what's inside it, what drives this. There are many, many different price ranges, but you've probably seen it, and you're wondering, how can I use this? And we've got some great examples. You can give us a call. We can show you some of the stuff that we've got here, and we can produce video for you that would go inside these different cards. Yeah.
That's it.
I love taking this apart. We've been
You
waiting to
wanna
do
do
it for a
another
long
one?
time. All right. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.